Ain't it cold, exciting times. I must find exactly the place where I was sitting, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Bongie. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Actually, I should do a formal promo here because it's episode 1. How amazing is that?
Episode 1.
Yes, episode 1 of Unfiltered. And I had to start with a person that is a very good friend of mine. But before we even get there, of course you are. Now listen, before we even get there, what I want you to understand is that Unfiltered, unlike any other regular podcast, because it's also just a podcast, you know?
Yes.
What you find is that people concentrate a lot on celebrities, people that have already actually just soared and reached the epic of, or the pinnacle of their lives, you know? So what I've tried to do with Unfiltered with Oscar is try and scale it down to a point where we engage with people who we see in our everyday lives, you know? Our own superheroes, because it's okay if we celebrate celebrities, but they're just a handful of them. With Unfiltered with Oscar, you sort of just spread that out, and you get that normal Joe who fixes shoes but has made a success of it, that he's taken his children to university through that. And I want a person who's an aspiring artist, who's been on the road, who's been trying to play that guitar, who's been trying to knock in and make a success of himself, and maybe being turned down here and there, but finally making it, you know. So I want to bring those people in so that they can share their stories. So that's what Unfiltered with Oscar Msomi is all about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So today we have Bongie Mhlanga, who's a mother of 2, a plus size model. You can see she's beautiful. I mean, really.
Thank you.
And Miss SA Plus World finalist. That's Miss South Africa Plus World finalist of 2021.
Yes.
Yes, and you're also a contestant in Africa Plus Size Model Search.
Yes.
Well,
That's
you've
me.
done very well for yourself. And not just that, that is something on a personal level. What I do know is that you're also into corporate, where you are a language practitioner.
Yes, that is correct.
Excellent, excellent. And you're also a social media influencer. And we're really, really, really glad and happy that you took your time and came to share this day with us, you know?
Thank you for having me. I feel honored. Like, really, I do feel honored to be called in and, having to sit with you after I haven't seen you in so long.
Okay. I'll be honest with you. I want us to just raise our voices so that it's really caught up there nicely. Bongi, I'm man. How are you?
I'm good. And how are you?
I'm good.
I can see that.
Shut up. Now listen. The only reason that I had to make sure that we start with something so exciting is the fact that we are living in a very changing world. You know that, right? It's the truth. It's always been there. But what I really want us to focus on is the fact that you have sort of brought yourself out of the cocoon.
Yes,
You've gone through a lot in your life, but you've transcended through that, and you've become a fully blossomed butterfly, if I can say, right?
Yes, butterfly would be the correct term. Yes.
Okay, so just recently I was. Everyone actually should possibly know this. Everyone would have engaged with this somehow. In the past news that have been just current, we saw that article and that release of the child who was assaulted through bullying, and that led to the child eventually taking her own life. That's the pressure that you get from society. It has that kind of effect on a person.
It does.
It does. So, the reason I'm actually quoting this is because I want us to start from where you came from, who Bongi is, and then just drive ourselves through to finding out how did you become the person that you are today. The reason I quoted that is because being a fully figured woman, a plus size woman, it is also possible that you were plus size as a child.
Yes, I've always been this big.
Right.
I don't recall myself being skinny, except for that 1 year when I was going through that phase in varsity.
Right.
But I've always been big. I believe I was born 10 kgs, but that's just my thinking.
Right.
Yeah, I've always been big. I've never been skinny. It's in my genes.
Right.
It's something that I've come to accept and embrace.
Exactly.
As a woman, because sometimes you just need to accept yourself just as you are.
Okay.
You know.
And another pointer that I would obviously have to bring up is the fact that my son, I do have a son who's also quite chubby.
Yes.
And he actually came back one day saying that, Dad, they're picking on me because I'm big. They're saying I'm fat. And I'm like, I have to try and pull him out of that situation and him feeling like he would or do. So I would probably say something like, no, don't worry, you're stronger than them. You can see yourself, you've got all these muscles. If we were to go on experience a famine of some sort, you'd probably outlive them because they're skinny and you're big.
Exactly.
But that's the only way that I could,
Exactly.
it's the only way that I could actually pick him up, other than obviously having to do the few things which are obvious, like helping him out, do walking and playing outside of the garden so that he can actually get some activity going. But obviously that affected him to a point where he brought it home and complained about it. You, having been a plus size child yourself,
Yes.
you might have also experienced a lot of bullying in your time.
Ooh, the savage
Growing up. I wanna find out about that. How did you deal with that?
I think I could deal with such because I had such a loving father. May his soul rest in peace.
May his soul rest in peace.
My father was so loving, and he used to tell us, like, there's two of us.
Right.
We are both chubby. He used to tell us on a daily basis, without fail,
Right.
you are beautiful just as you are. That's what he used to preach to us on a daily
Don't
basis.
change.
Don't change who you are
Right.
for others.
Right.
I guess that sort of like stuck with me, and at some stage it helped me become who I am now. Even though there were times when I went through a certain stage, I think, of change or
Discovering yourself.
exactly. So when it happened, I remembered my father's words saying to me, you are beautiful as you are.
Exactly.
Why change for other people? Why can't they change to accommodate you?
There you go.
So it sort of like helped me grow and to build myself and become this person that I am.
Right.
Nothing can shake me now. No matter who says what, nothing can change me.
You've become a stronger person out of that.
I have.
But you obviously did experience these harsh treatments that would have driven a person, I'm assuming, to depression. We know that people actually go through a whole lot of self-introspection after being told time and time again, especially as a child, that you're not good enough. When you go to a store, go to a certain section, these things end up just being too much for a person to take. And you can imagine a child. So you went through that and you came out stronger. I want us to see now how you were able to carry yourself from that dark cloud to saying, I'm breaking free from this and I want more for myself and I can actually be more.
It's quite depressing, yes, to
Right.
go through such. At school, you would be called names. You are called stodla, meaning you're fat.
Right.
You are, well, in my instance, I was called pumpkin, and the name actually fit because I'm big
Right.
and yellow.
Right. And beautiful.
Yes, and very beautiful.
Yes.
So, you go through that and you take in what people say, and it sort of becomes part of who you are,
Right.
because you accept it. And then obviously you would get to a point where you decide, no, I
can't do this.
I can't,
And I don't
you
deserve
cannot-
this.
You don't deserve to put yourself through that
Right.
for people that are not worth it.
And really, what do they do for you other than just pass comment?
Exactly.
Exactly. So you rose above that.
You have to. You have no choice. Otherwise, I would be somewhere in a grave.
Exactly. If you take that and take it personally, because I mean, who can take such? But in any event, just to bounce forward and backwards, as you know, people actually call me random. I have no idea where they get that from. But in any event, I know that you are born and bred in Tongat.
Yes.
I love Tonga. It's beautiful. That's the north, right?
Yes, where
Right.
the beautiful sugar plantations are found.
Exactly.
We manufacture your sugar.
Look at that. Hewlett, isn't it?
Yes, Tonga
Yeah, there we
Hewlett.
go. We haven't seen that name coming up on the cheapers. They haven't even paid us and we're advertising them.
Exactly.
You did, obviously, this would build your character and the person that you ended up becoming. You studied media and communication and drama and performance.
Yes, I went into UKZN, I think it was in 2004. I did media and communications.
Right.
I also did drama and performance. I think my character started building up there when I studied drama, because that's when I got to understand myself.
You always saw the stars.
You know,
Oh,
that's
I
me.
like that.
I started to understand myself,
Yeah.
and my character was built,
Right.
and I could manage people around me,
Right.
and also manage their characters, and sort of like be able to reject,
Exactly.
you know, because
Anything that is negative that might try to
anything
bring you
that
down.
anything that is negative, gone. I just don't entertain it.
And I know
That's
that,
not me.
I know that became your character because Mina, I met you in 2016, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was.
I'll
in
tell you a little
2000s.
story about that. When I came in to the place that we call work currently, I had been off the train of being an employed person. I had always been doing my thing. But when I found myself in that space where I had to be sucked back into the system, I went back to court where I found you. And when I got there, it was not a lot of people that gave me a lot of smiles. I'm not saying that it was anything negative, but to put a level of it, if there's one person that really came out shining, who came out and was like, you're in the right place. Let's get on with it. You know, you're able to embrace me like that. But I guess that comes from the fact that you've always had a big heart, and the fact that you've got drama in it as well. So you studied this thing. You're actually good at it because you studied it. So that's really exciting. Other than that, what else have you done in your career as a person in general?
I think after university, I became a drama educator.
Oh, look at that. It doesn't end.
It doesn't end.
Right.
I became a drama educator. I taught dramatic arts. Not that I'm dramatic.
You are dramatic.
Oh, please. I taught the subjects for about 6 years.
Right.
Grades 10, 11, and 12. And then after 6 years, I decided, no, let me go back into media, and
Right.
I became a communications officer.
You've always had this thing of wanting to communicate. You've always had this thing of wanting to engage with people in any level.
Yes, that is me. I love engaging with people. I think I'm a people's person,
Right.
even though I do classify myself as shy at some stages. I do become shy, but then
I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. But anyway.
okay, maybe reserved,
Right.
not shy, but reserved.
Right.
And then after the communications job, I then went back into government.
Right.
I think that's when I met you.
Exactly.
Yes, I went back and became a language practitioner.
How's that gig?
Oh gosh.
No, maybe we shouldn't even. No, let's not even.
Let's not go there.
I think we both know how that gig is going. It's,
Yeah, we both know.
We definitely do.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's bread on the table.
I told you that I'm going to be bouncing forward and backwards, and this is just me being Oscar, right?
Yes.
You only discovered that I'm not going to deal with any harsh words, people saying things and they cannot even change me. So I'm going to own this beautiful woman that I have become.
Yes.
You discovered yourself.
Yes, I've discovered myself, and I'm quite happy with who I am
Right.
and what I am. I'm very happy. I'm pleased with myself,
Right.
considering the journey that I've been through as a child, being chubby, being called names, and having low self-esteem, because the we can't shy away
it would
from
go
that.
it would push you to that level.
Exactly, it goes hand in hand with being bullied and being called names.
Right.
You know, you sort of like lose yourself, and then the minute you decide to find yourself,
right,
that's when you become bigger than what people see you as.
You see now.
Exactly. That's me at this current stage.
And they cannot stop you now,
No,
because you've built this
no,
armor
they
and it
cannot
be pierced by nothing.
Nothing.
Let me
can
tell
stop
you,
me.